This was a challenging year all across the country, and I have to say, community bankers really stepped up.
My whole focus when I'm working with my clients is how am I able to make a difference in that client's life?
The statistic that I love to tout is that 50% of the PPP loans were originated by small community banks.
KB Inc. and Vicki and Ken, when PPP was first being introduced, I thought of them, and I wanted to make sure that she got her paperwork in and that she was at the front of the line.
I had become acquainted with Jeff, of course, through the bank, and last spring, it was in April, it was on a Sunday night about 10 o'clock. My phone rings and it comes up Jeff Newgard, and I'm thinking, what is the president of the bank doing calling me at 10 o'clock at night on a Sunday? He called me to tell me about this payroll protection program.
Imagine having a relationship with a bank or any business for that matter, where the CEO calls you to personally check on you.
It enabled us to use that money for payroll like it was intended. It's been a game changer, an absolute game changer for KV Incorporated.
We've not only been banking with the Bank of Idaho, they were one of our first investors in being able to bring to our community something the community hadn't seen before. When Congress passed the CARES Act, and there was this thing called Payroll Protection Program, I think Bank of Idaho was the first one that sent me information. My loan officer got back to me immediately. He says, hey, I'm off today, but let's try to do this. And it didn't matter to him that it was off. He was more concerned with me as a customer. He was awesome to work with.
So we have that heart in our logo, and it's a symbol. And it's not just something that's lip service. It's something that guides us. It's our compass. And that makes for a powerful relationship and one that can't be broken. These are relationships that run deep because they matter.
If your customers are loyal and they stay with you for many, many years, you can actually have very good relationships with them, with their families, with their businesses, with their churches.
Larry and Shawan Pickett are new customers to M&F Bank, and they actually came to us through another program.
It all started when we received a communication from our consultant for the state, and she said, hey, the next round of PPP is coming out, and there's a community bank that is going to be supporting locally owned minority businesses. We said, wow, we were disappointed the first time, but we're going to try M&F Bank this time. They're community based, and right away, as soon as we sent the email, within minutes, I believe, we got a response that, hey, we're here to help, and we're going to help you through this process of the second round of PPP. And we were pleasantly surprised that we were able to take advantage of it. So we thank M&F Bank so much for that.
CMC was started in 2006. We transport special needs students within the area. The PPP loan will accommodate us with the payroll and for rehiring our employees. Once we provide for their household and they resume their income, they're going to spend the money back into the community to help other business thrive and recover as well. This is a whole community effort, and the PPP loan has really been beneficial to the whole community.
So when the pandemic hit, Jim obviously was affected. A lot of medical professionals were shut down or had to really scale back all their services and only do emergency services. So Jim was adversely affected by COVID, and we were really happy that we could help him out with his PPP loan.
With the payroll protection plan, it actually was a really great thing because it allowed small businesses to keep people on payroll. When I had heard of it, I was waiting to do it that day, and by the time I had downloaded the forms from the SBA business site, I already had emails waiting from Tioga State on how to do it, and here's what we're going to do, and here's the numbers we need. And it wasn't dear customer, it was Jim. They helped me every step of the way as much as my accountant did.
So the Owego Kitchen is Julie and Ike Lovelace. They are fairly new to our community, but they came in and opened up the Wego Kitchen probably 5 or 6 years ago now.
Working with Tioga State Bank on the PPP loan process, it was a scary time because everything was so uncertain, and this was so new to everyone, even to the bank. But the loan officer had a very calming way about approaching it and just truly made it easy for us. I think that 2020 has brought out the best of an awful lot of people, and we saw that with our relationship with Tioga State Bank, that at the end of the day, they are truly on this planet to be kind, giving people, and it shows.
You try and do the right thing for your customers, you try and do the things that are going to help your community grow. And I think that's truly what a community bank does, is provide that level of service to help our customers and help our community grow.
One of the things I always tell people, how a company treats you when things aren't that great is just as important as how they treat you when things are going well.
It's exhilarating, I'm motivated, I'm passionate about what I do. I know I'm making a difference. You know, in a community bank, you get to see the tangible things that you do on a month-to-month basis. And so I like seeing how we're helping the various communities and our customers achieve their goals.